All right, Shalom. Call Halayim La, Yahaba Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, who taught me this truth. And salutations to you brothers out there, are you Akim, out there in the four corners of the world, laboring in this truth with all righteousness and sincerity. Shalom. All right, I'm gonna just get to the point, man. Just talking about how to move with your enemies and adversaries in Babylon, man. Okay. And I'm making this video just for the sake of discernment, man. Discernment is a beautiful thing. If you understand Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, the Lord wants us to be careful out there. The Lord has given us the opportunity to lay up our righteousness in the our righteous treasures, all right, in the kingdom of heaven, man. All right, he's given us this opportunity to live, all right, and abide in his work, so that way we may lay up treasures and stuff like that. But we can't do that if we out on the highways and hedges, or even on YouTube nowadays, with this whole censorship and hate content that they try to label us as and stuff like that. We can't do that if we just saying XYZ, anything malicious or malicious sounding. You know what I'm saying? So this is why it's good to just, have discernment and, just quote unquote know how to speak according to the world, man. Not necessarily political correctness, okay? But the scriptures say, "Let your words be seasoned with grace, man." All right, so that way you know how to answer every man. Roughly paraphrasing. But I'm gonna start with this one. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 25. It says, "Agree with thine adversary quickly, whilst thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison." Yeah, man. Agree with that adversary. Agree with thine adversary quickly. And you gotta remember, our main adversary is Esau. Okay, you know who that is. All right, the red man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. Okay, when you see them in their uniforms and they come up to brothers, you know what I'm saying, like, "Hey, what's going on here? What are you guys discussing?" and stuff like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not good to be on the rah stuff with the cops, man. All right, this ain't the time of NWA and Black Panther and the rest of them. All right, we not those guys. We're spiritual men, you know, and not just with Esau, but with 2/3 as well. Okay, because you got to remember, 2/3 is violent. This is why it's not wise to go prophesy or preach in the hood, because Jake is territorial and very aggressive. Okay, you got some rats among our people as well working with Esau, so they'll go and tell on you, man. You know what I'm saying? Might bear false witness against you. Okay, and what, deliver you to the officers and the judges, man, and then you be cast into prison. Okay, solely for being righteous, or if you was being malicious, well then that's what happens, right? So it says, agreeing with thine adversary quickly, whilst thou art in the way with him. So while he's there, just yes, officer, or yes, sir, or okay, Jake, I understand. I get it, and so on and so forth, and then just keep it moving, man. Because our objective is not to argue and battle with knuckleheaded behind 2/3, man. Our objective is just to get the word of the Most High out. So we're not going to stand here and contend with Jake all day. Even if we are able to, you know what I'm saying? Our job is not to contend with Jake all day about the scriptures, because if a Jake don't believe in the scriptures and he's not choosing to abide and just listen to what you got to say and stuff like that, then hey, keep him moving, get him out the way. What the scriptures say, shake the dust off your feet, man. Okay, let me get this in the book of Matthew. Matthew, hold up, Salakia. Matthew, the 10th chapter. Forgot where it was, but I know Yahweh Shai was talking about. I was just looking at it. Here we go. Matthew 10:16. It says, "Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless." Salakia, and harmless as doves. Yeah, because a sheep is like a more innocent animal, man. It's not malicious. Okay, it'll follow you around wherever you go. It's all right. It's pretty much harmless. Okay, and that's how we are. We're innocent, harmless sheep. Okay, who just go out and we push the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, but we're surrounded by wolves. Ravening wolves. Okay, as the scriptures call these false prophets. And anybody who's our adversary is a wolf, man, ready to bite and devour us. Okay. Verse 17, and this is kind of going back to what it said in Matthew the fifth chapter. It says, "But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles." Yeah, and that's the point right there, man. Okay, be circumspect, be wise. All right, like I said, the scriptures say know how to answer every man. You know, because that's my second time saying. Let me just go ahead and get that. Answer every man. I believe it was in Galatians. I don't really remember. Let me see. Colossians, not Galatians. Colossians. Okay, Con. Let me see if I could. Yeah, Colossians 4. Colossians 4 and 5, it says, "Walk in wisdom toward them that are without, redeeming the time." Yeah, walk in wisdom toward that are without. Okay, so the scriptures tell you that you could abuse a wise man because he's just gonna become wiser. Okay, he's gonna appreciate that. All right, and I'm gonna get that in a little bit as well. But it says, "Walk in wisdom toward them that are without." So, if somebody come up to the camp and they don't know what's going on, it's our job to let them know and to tell them, like, "Hey, you an Israelite, okay? You was cast from your heritage, okay, pursuant to the book of Jeremiah, okay. All right, so we was bought here on slave ships, okay, pursuant to the book of Deuteronomy, okay." And you know what I'm saying? A just Jake, or humble Jake is gonna stand there and listen to you. Okay, this is all Yahushua was doing when he was on the scene, man. All right. Verse 6, it says, "Let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how ye ought to answer every man." Yeah, let your speech always be with grace, seasoned with salt, man. Okay, so you got to know how to talk to people. You know what I'm saying? You can't just have somebody come up to the camp, asking what's going on. You're just like, "Man, what you mean what's going on? And can't you see I'm nah, man, you can't do that. Okay, you can't be cursing Jake out if Jake is ignorant, because we still have a lot of the ignorant among our people. All right, when I say ignorant, that just simply means without knowledge, without understanding. All right, so if they come up to the camp, you got to know how to answer them. Okay, "Hey, what's going on here?" The example I gave earlier. You an Israelite. Okay, here's the 12 chart, the 12 chart sign. I mean the 12 tribes chart. Okay, and do you just kind of deal with them accordingly. All right, let your speech be always with grace. Yeah, don't be cursing nobody out. All right, don't be calling nobody an idiot. Don't be shaming nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's just give the scriptures, man, in all humility. Again, the scriptures say we are sheep in the midst of wolves. Okay, that ye may know how ye ought to answer every man. Okay, and again, man, like don't be debating and contending with Jake about the scriptures, because like a hard-headed dude or female, whatever, whoever it is that come, a hard-headed person will not take heed to advice and understanding. Okay, and proof that when you're supposed to be arguing anyway. Let me see. This is the book of Titus, chapter 3, verse 9. All right. It says, "But avoid foolish questions and genealogies and contentions and strivings about the law, for they are unprofitable and vain." Okay. Yeah, and that's clear cut. It says, "But avoid foolish questions and genealogies and contentions and strivings about the law." Okay, so no arguing with Jake, man. Do not contend with Jake. All right, because a lot of Jake is just going, try to continue to disprove everything you say. And then if you know Jake well, man, Jake got this habit of asking you a whole bunch of, like, bombarding you with questions, thinking he's shutting you up, but he's really just making himself look like a damn fool. All right, but Jake will bombard you with a lot of questions and then walk off like he did something right. You know, a lot of our people are like that, and that's wicked as hell. All right. If they ask a question one at a time, you know what I'm saying, deal with them accordingly. But there's the spirit of Jake, you know, asking little dumb questions. Okay. Asking about genealogies and contentions and strivings about the law. Okay. Because a lot of Jake, you still got these Old Testament Jakes. Okay. They still try to uphold the Old Testament, and the Lord said the Old Testament is it's not done away with, but the Lord is giving us, the Lord has blessed us with the law of mercy, man. Or through Yahweh Shai, the law of faith, through the blood of Yahweh Shai. All right, so you can hold up the Old Testament to the best of your ability, but everything that's going on today is not the same as it was back then. So avoid any strivings about the Old Testament and foolish questions and stuff like that, man. Again, don't contend with Jake. All right. Well, with the wicked Jake, the ones that's continuously bucking up. All right. So that was the point on that. Let me get this, and this was the main point. Might be able to close off on this too. Let me get this in Proverbs chapter 9, and I'm gonna start at verse 6. Yeah, Proverbs 9 and 6. All right, and another thing too, man. Why you really don't want to argue with Jake, because you just never know who's who, man. You already remember back in the time of Yahweh Shah, it was even before that, Salakia, even before that, they was killing the prophets. Okay, they was putting the prophets to death for speaking of Yahweh Shah, speaking of righteousness in general. Okay, the Apostle Paul, who was previously called Saul, he was one of them guys, and then the Lord repented him. All right, forced him to repent and took him in to the fold, man. All right, so again, you trying to prolong your life in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. We was put here to prophesy and lay up our spiritual treasures with the Lord. Okay, but here's the book of Proverbs, verse 9. It says, Proverbs 9 and 6. It says, "Forsake the foolish and live, and go on the way of understanding." Yeah, forsake the foolish. So forget about all the guys who just want to continuously buck up. You know what I'm saying? That's little dumb questions and try to contend with you and debate with you about the word. Okay, because honestly, the scriptures it's not anything to debate. This is what the Lord said. It is what it is. You know, Jake will come back and come up and be like, what's another idiot thing that Jake say, man? Oh, well, man wrote the Bible, and goodness grief, I know so many Jakes like that, man. Well, man wrote the Bible, so how are we going to trust man? And it was used to control the slaves and all this other stuff, man. All right. And Jake has no understanding. All right. So the Lord said, so in the book of Proverbs, all right, King Solomon said, he said, forsake the foolish and live. All right. The word says, forsake the foolish and live, and go in the way of understanding. Verse 7, it says, he that reproveth a scorner getteth to himself shame, and he that rebuketh a wicked man getteth himself a blot. Okay. Yeah, man, you look stupid when you look like an idiot when you contend with idiots. All right, needless to say, you look like a fool when you contend and when you argue with a fool. All right, this is why, like, people who argue and stuff like that, like there's no real winner. Even if you are right, the only reason you're wrong, all right, as a righteous man, all right, as a man teaching the word of Yahweh Shem Shah, the only reason you would be wrong is if you contend with a foolish man about the word. You look stupid, so don't do it. Right? It says, reprove not a scorner lest he hate thee. Yeah, and this is the spirit of our people. All right, you check Jake about his BS. He throw a tantrum, man. Okay, this is why just let the word go out, and Yahweh Shem Shah is gonna deal with everything else. All right. It says, rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. Yeah, rebuke a wise man. So any Jake that's standing up there, or even if it's a brother that you're talking to nearby and stuff like that, if you go off and you do something wrong that's not according to the scriptures, okay, he gonna love you. He gonna respect you. Hey, Ak the water, I didn't know. I appreciate that. You know, now I know better. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you correct a wise man, because he go off. That don't mean he's not wise anymore. That just means he went off. All right, but this is the whole point of a brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, rebuke a wise man and he will love thee. Verse 9 it says, give instruction to a wise man and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man and he will increase in learning. Yeah, and that's beautiful, man. That's true. That's how all of the men of the Lord is supposed to be, man. Give instruction to a wise man and he will be yet wiser. Okay? Give him scriptures about whatever it is he went off on. Give him scriptures about something he's not yet familiar with. You know what I'm saying? When you teach a wise man, he's gonna become wiser. He's gonna increase in that learning. Okay. Verse 10, and Khan. I'm gonna close off on this. Proverbs 9 and 10, it says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. Okay, yeah, that's the fear of the Lord. Okay, this is why, the wise men get wiser and they wax stronger with Yahweh Shem El Shah, because they fear Yahweh Shem El Shah. All right, and they gain more understanding. Okay, but like I said, the point of this was just don't stop. Just do not argue with Jake, man. All right, because you don't want to you don't want to be over righteous. The scriptures talk about too. A righteous man perish in his over righteousness, or roughly paraphrasing. Okay, so you trying to beat Jake into submission? Nah, that's the Lord's job. The Lord gonna do it for you. All right, the only thing you was told to do was send the word out. Through the Spirit. All right, so that's all I wanted to touch on that. Abaratazah, Akin Wakim was edified. Brothers and sisters was edified. Call Halayim La Yahaba Shem Shalom.